Guys, welcome back into another video. I'm back with yet another AOT style video. What I mean by that, guys, is that we have some more on the subject. We got some more rumblings going on. No pun intended, by the way. We got some more of this talk of this, trying to disprove or show that the ending of the manga was somehow good and this and that. We still got this going on. Now, I just released a video the other day entitled, "Why is this still an issue?" And I just went in on a lot of these points and factors that people keep bringing up about just basic understanding of the story, just basic things that are happening in without the story and throughout the story that literally destroys all concepts of what the ending defenders rebuttals are. Everything that we talk about, the people who did not like the ending and the people who literally thought the ending could have been better are saying pretty much the same thing. We're all in unison. We're all saying the exact same thing. So every time I turn around now, I'm starting to see that more and more theories are starting to pop up here. And I get it. The new season is about to launch, comes out in March. So the new season part 4, 5, 10, whatever the fuck they doing, because they milking the shit out of this motherfucker, in my honest opinion. But whatever they're doing, that's going to be coming out soon. So I know that now a lot more Attack on Titan videos and a lot more takes are going to start coming out because of the simple fact that it is coming out soon. So fine, so be it. That's okay. We're going to get into this one, guys. I'm going to do this reaction video here. AOT reaction is back. This is from my guy, Saint It Chief, guys. Saint It Chief, somebody that I started watching, somebody I started looking at when they were starting to do like the debates on the AOT and the different things like that. Much like Brown's Magic, their takes were very similar to mine and how we all felt regarding the ending of the series. As far as the manga goes, we all were pretty much on the same page with it. So I noticed that he had basically posted this video here, basically entitled, where somebody or some way there's this theory going around that this tweet is happening that's saying that a full-scale rumbling would have been worse than the ending of the manga, and how they're going to try to elaborate on that. I don't know how they're going to pull this off, but I'm interested to see their take, and I'm interested to see how this motherfucker gets broken down and gets sliced up and diced up. Because I'm quite sure, I'm just going to be honest with you, I'm quite sure, just based on how much shit that I've seen, they're not going to have any good takes on this. Whoever this is who created this, saying that it would be better than the ending of the manga, I'm quite sure their takes are going to be ass backwards. Because majority of the time, it is. But I'm going to go into it with an open mind, though. Guys, before we get into all that, come on. You know the deal. Let's get the business out the way. Guys, if you like what you're seeing and you like the content that's being produced, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and give the video a like. Also, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow, helps the channel be seen, and it helps us move forward in a massive, massive way. And I appreciate that. Also, guys, comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if this person has some validity to this and what their thoughts are and theories are regarding a full-scale rumbling versus the ending of the manga. Whether it's true, whether it's good, whether the points were bad. Let me know. I want to hear from you guys. All right? Also, guys, go ahead and finally, and last but not least, go ahead and share the video and also hit the notification bell so you are up to date and aware of anything and everything that's being posted on this channel. But without further ado, guys, let's get into this. Let's go ahead and get into it. Again, as I've said, the title is basically saying that the full rumbling would be worse than the manga ending. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is about. Saint Chief, go ahead and go on, get in on these folks, and let's see what's up. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having
What's up, man?
It feels like it's been a while since I've done any Attack on Titan discourse.
It's been a minute.
And this tweet actually inspired me to do some. Now, a lot of the stuff I'm going to be discussing is probably stuff you've heard before if you're familiar with my channel. But if not, well, welcome to these arguments that I have. Once again, I will be making an Attack on Titan video that will encapsulate all of the flaws, every single thing from the beginning to the end of the series. I've already started writing it, but it's not done yet. But I'll be releasing it sometime around the ending of Attack on Titan's anime official ending.
That motherfucker ain't gonna end until next year.
So stay tuned for that. Also, Vinland Saga reactions every Monday, and The Last of Us reactions every Sunday on my Twitch. 7 p.m. CST is when I stream. All right, so this tweet is kind of going around a lot. I don't know why, because everything that's been said in this tweet, no disrespect to this guy, but everything that's been said in this tweet has already been said before, but I guess it's kind of like a refresher or whatever. But basically, why Eren full-scale rumbling would be one of the worst endings of all time, and it's a thread. The worst endings of all time, as if
that's a bit extreme. That's a bit much to say that if he did a full-scale rumbling, it will be considered the worst ending of all time. Absolutely not. The only way to me, and I'm going to say this and let the video play and let the video go ahead and talk. To me, would be the only way to fix a lot of the issues, is for him to do a full-scale rumbling. That's the only way, right? To me, in my opinion, that will fix a lot of the issues with that. Because I've said it before, and I'll elaborate on it later. But to me, that's the only way to fix it, in my opinion. But we'll continue.
As if the current ending isn't one of the worst endings of all time. But so, what I'm going to do here, while I don't believe that AOE is going to happen, it may seem that way by me defending this tweet, because it seems like this tweet is basically a direct attack against AOE, and anyone who believes in AOE shouldn't want it to happen because, well, it's going to be a bad ending. And that's not my stance. I just don't think it's happening. But I do think that it would be a much better ending. Full-scale rumbling would be a much better ending for the story of Attack on Titan. And I'll explain why, as well as destroy the logic as to why it's bad in the first place. So I'm going to destroy this guy's logic as to why it's a bad ending. And then immediately after, I'm going to tell you why it would be a good one for the story of Attack on Titan. In so many words. But yeah, so let's get into it.
Yeah.
So the first the first point he has is one of my favorites. Civil War in Paradis. Sorry. It has been hinted at time and time again that a full-scale rumbling will lead to conflict among the inhabitants of Paradis, simply because there are people who disagree and will fight back when the time comes.
Right.
That already is implied to happen
at the end
in
of the story.
Original ending.
Correct.
So this guy's already exposing his body.
It's already there. You know what I'm saying? Because you already had the Jaegerists who took over, and you had who was kind of doing the resistance, would appear like they were doing the resistance, was Historia, who was leading the resistance. So it kind of already happened. And yeah, that was played out. That was played out already in the show and in the manga, when people were, saying yes for Eren, and then the others were like, nah, because when you took down the walls, you fucked up your home too, and you killed people that were here. Those walls just didn't just fall down straight down in the ground and everything was cool. Nah, folks got fucked up. Folks were in the hospital. Folks were hurt. So you still kind of caused that. And again, in my opinion, as I say it, that should have been the new focus of the ending of the story. Like, that would have been fine, because at least it would have been amongst the Eldian people. And then you could have ventured off and maybe even wrote a sequel regarding that, of what could have happened years down the road with that, in my opinion. So I was fine with that, because again, as he said, that was shown in the original ending as well. So, point muted, point voided.
Bias. He doesn't want to admit it, but he's already exposing this bias. The original ending already has potential of civil war. Did he read 139? So this argument is mute. It's null and void.
Agreed.
Civil war happens either way.
Agreed.
People will have conflict either way. It was not Eren's goal or responsibility to end conflicts for the rest of time. His goal was to end the perpetration of Eldians, specifically island Eldians, because that's where he grew up at, but Eldians in general, who will be attacked and killed based on their ability to turn into titans and nothing else.
Agreed. That's a valid point. That was all his point was. That was all his purpose was to rid the persecution of the Eldian people. It had nothing to do with conflict amongst the people, right? That was already evident. And then prime example, just to give you another example of it, the simple fact is that during that time, even when Eren was growing up, there was still conflict within the walls already. There was already conflict amongst the people in the walls already, right? You know, you had the underground area where Levi grew up at, where they were like the poor people, considered like the poor people, and where Kenny and shit was at. They were considered that was an issue. The government was a hoax. That was an issue, right? Amongst the people, right? It wasn't all stars and rainbows and paradise there, even though their name was Paradis or Paradise, whatever you want to say it. But it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? There was still always conflict amongst the people, the bickering amongst the Eldians. But Eren's purpose was not to resolve all conflict throughout the world. That wasn't his job. And I agree. Saint and Chief said it right. His job was to end the suffering of the people, the persecution of the Eldia people, specifically within the walls, specifically the island. That was what his purpose was. Come on. He said it at the end of chapter 121. No, chapter 122. Right? In the manga. Chapter 122, he said it. He said, the rest of the world wishes us dead, but I reject that wish. Come on. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying, guys. Be coherent in your arguments. You just make shit up. And y'all think y'all are saying things, but every point that y'all are making can easily be rebutted, can easily be refuted. Always. Come with your A game. Don't just say dumb shit talking about where there be civil war in paradise. They already said it. They already alluded to that. We know this. But as Saint and Chief pointed out, that wasn't Eren's purpose. That wasn't his point. Come on.
That is the only reason that Eren fought. That's the only thing Eren fought for. He didn't fight to end fighting forever. So this is not only incorrect of the, goals of Eren himself, but also at the end of the story, it happened anyways. So why do they bring this point up? I don't understand. It's such a dumb point. So
Agreed.
We can just scratch that one out completely. The next point. Eren would be incoherent and out of character actions. A full-scale rumbling would mean the deaths of his friends, whom he puts first above anyone else. Ensuring their safety is one of his main goals. Killing them would be contradictory. Well, I don't know if this guy knows, but I don't know if he's paying really. I don't know if he's reading.
I haven't seen this, so I don't know if he's about to refer to, but Sasha died, Hanji died. Those were his friends. All right.
Like, I don't know if he read Attack on Titan, but like Sasha is in this panel, and he says, "Because you're more important to me more than anyone." He's talking to everyone that's present here, including Sasha. Sasha died, and Eren knew Sasha would die.
He did.
Sasha died, and Eren knew Sasha would die, and he still did what he did.
He did.
So
he did.
Maybe, just maybe, Eren is being contradictory. Maybe, just maybe, Eren is willing to sacrifice what's most important to him in order to achieve his goals. Like a character with actual conviction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be great writing? Wouldn't that be an enthralling story?
Agreed.
A character who wants his friends to be alive, wants to save them, but unfortunately has to kill them in order to achieve his goals, in order to achieve the freedom he so desperately seeks.
In order to
What's so bad about that?
Hey, I can't even answer for you, Saint. I don't even know because to me, that is a compelling story. That makes for a compelling story right there. That you have a guy who wants, as he said, who wants to save his friends, who wants to see the betterment of the people, who wants to move on, who wants to do these things, but in order to achieve the ultimate goal, he is aware and conscious of the fact that certain sacrifices will have to be made. And unfortunately, those sacrifices may entail some of his friends dying. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be great. That'd be a good shock factor. Other than the bullshit shock factor you tried to pull talking about some, oh yeah, I was actually the reason why I killed my mom. I killed my mom. Dumb ass shit. It should have went away in the shock factor of like, oh damn, fuck, Connie died, Levi died, all these folks died, man. Eren just did what he had to do. We could have understood that and we could have empathized with that. But I agree with him. Because I knew, like I said, I knew what he was doing. Like I said, man, I knew where he was going with that. This guy must didn't read because, again, he ain't lying. Sasha was there.
But regardless of whether or not it's bad writing, which obviously it's not, but that's aside from the point is that Eren did get his friend killed. He got Sasha killed. He got Hanji killed. And also he said in 139, the chapter you love so much, he said that he he didn't know if they would survive and he still risked their lives. So no matter what way you slice it, Eren was completely willing to let his friends die in order to achieve his goal, even in the original ending. So how is it contradictory in the full rumbling theoretical ending,
right,
but not in the canon ending? You guys don't make sense.
Thank you, bro. They're just. It's what they call, like, you know, a word salad, just vomiting bullshit up. He's absolutely 100% correct. In chapter 139, he even said that he didn't know if they would even survive. He said that. And yet and still, he went along with the plan and continued to keep going. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. That's what I say. Like I'm saying, like I'm not, again, in the other video, y'all gonna see. I went in the other video, in the video I did before. And I'm gonna go into it now. I'm not gonna be nice about it. Y'all dumb as fuck. Because y'all keep doing this. Y'all keep literally putting yourselves out there and you keep making the same mistakes by saying points or just vomiting up buzz points. I don't call it buzz phrases. I'm call it buzz points that other people may have said that you're like, oh, you know what? That sounds interesting. Yeah, they're right. Yeah, it will fuck up because, you know, Eren wanted to all he wanted to do was save his friends, so it wouldn't even make any sense. It would be contradictory, right? But he didn't know if they were going to survive anyway, and he continued to go. Sasha died. Hanji died. Those are his friends. So they don't matter. Come on, man. Y'all, again, like he said, y'all not making any sense. Y'all just say bullshit. Like, I think it's just like bullshit just spurts out of your mouth. Y'all just say a bunch of shit.
So the next argument is Eren and Historia's ship. Now, Eren and Historia's ship is not necessarily, a must for a full rumbling. What people don't understand about Eren and Historia's ship is that Eren and Historia did not have to have a romantic, Eren, I love you from the bottom of my heart relationship. What they had to have was an understanding of each other, which is in the canon. They do have an understanding of one another. Eren told Historia things he told no one else. Historia told Eren things she told no one else. They understood each other deeper than they did anyone else.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
Right.
Eren understood Historia. Historia understood Eren. Now, the thing is, they don't have to be romantic. No one's asking for that. All they had to do was have a baby. You don't have to be romantic with someone to have sex with him. The point is, why would Historia ask Eren his opinion on anything about having a baby if it would solve anything? Yeah. Why would she do that?
Right.
She was the queen. She was willing. That's the key word. She was willing to die for the plan. She was willing to do the little 50-year plan. She was willing to have babies and eat them and all that shit. She was willing. Eren said no.
Right.
Why doesn't she just say, well, hey, Eren, you're my friend. I respect your opinion. But at the end of the day, this is what everyone else wants to do. I'm willing to do it. And this is what we're going to do. And you're just going to have to accept that. Why didn't she say that?
Right.
Why did she go along with what Eren wanted?
Yeah.
She showed no interest in wanting to destroy the entire world the way Eren did. She didn't see what Eren saw. She didn't go to Marley.
Right.
She just knows the information. Right. And she decided, based on the information that she had, that she was willing to go with the plan to sacrifice herself. Mm-hmm. But Eren said no, and that's what made her change. Also, Eren was present in the manga. I know they retconned it in the anime, but he was present in the manga for Historia linking up with the farmer who ended up being her baby father.
Right.
So the question is, why? Why would Isayama do these things if not to imply that Eren was the father of the child? It's kind of dumb, honestly, that he isn't, to be honest. But, hey, it is what it is. But to say this, in an alternate universe, after Eren allegedly killed his friends and the entire world's population, returning back to Paradis to grease his baby in Historia will be nonsensical. Why would that be nonsensical? Why is that nonsensical? What makes it nonsensical? Because you said so? I don't get it. Sure. He said they've always been nothing more than friends. Okay, so that's fine. You can't have a baby with a friend? Being friends doesn't change human biology. Do you guys know that you can have a child with someone you're not in love with? Did you guys know that's possible?
No,
come on, guys. This is nonsense. That's nonsensical. Next one. The Titan curse will still exist. Oh boy, I love this.
Okay.
Mikasa was the one who was able to free Ymir. He doesn't explain how that's stupid. That's fine. That makes sense. While Eren couldn't, that makes sense. Yeah. While Eren, even though he sympathized with her in past, she was still a slave to the king's will. How? The king's will is Zeke. That's the king's will. And she said no. She ignored Zeke. What is this man talking about? It is impossible for her to be free because Eren himself is not free. Nani? Eren is free.
Nani?
Nani?
That's good.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure in chapter 131 when Eren was saying freedom, he was pretty goddamn free. I mean, he's destroying the whole world. I mean, who's more free than the person who destroys the whole world? That's kind of weird. But anyways, Titan curse will still exist. First of all, who cares? It will only be Eldians left. So what's the big deal if the Titan curse still exists? That means it's not really a Titan curse. That means it's just normality. That means everyone is a Titan. So everyone exists. Now, obviously, that's not a great thing. You don't want people to be able to turn into Titans if they get injected with serum. But I mean, if you pass legislation or you destroy all the serum or you make it so that it's very hard for people to turn into Titans, and plus Titans have become less and less of the problem in the source material because they're able to be killed like easily. Like they literally wiped out all the Titans on the fucking island in like a couple years or a year or so. So I don't think that Titans would be really that big of an issue. But if you want to say that Titans are an issue, and it's probably better for the story that the Titan curse would be gone, I'll agree with that. Right. But you know what? All Eren would have to do simply for that to happen would be to change Eldian's biology, which is what Zeke wants to do. Why is it that Zeke is able to change Eldian biology to where men and women cannot have children, but he can't change it so that they can turn into Titans? Why is that not a thing? There could be written an alternative way to free Titans. It doesn't have to be this dumbass reason that Isayama pulled out his ass that Mikasa did it. It could be written a different way. It's not impossible. Maybe make it so that once Ymir is freed, all Titans are gone, which is what the original ending was going to be. The theorized original ending was going to be by most of us, is that once Ymir was reborn as Historia's baby, and she named her after her best friend, Ymir, after she was born as Historia's baby, that would free her from paths, and then there would be no Titans anymore because she wouldn't be in paths anymore. Right. That was the theory. I mean, all you have to do is kill the worm, probably. Killing the worm would probably be the play there. Yeah. Because the worm is the one who does all this shit, apparently. Magical worm that no one ever explained where it came from. Right. Anyways, the Titan curse would still exist is a fallacy because it could just be written to not exist in a different way than it was written not to exist in 139. He acts as if the way it was written in 139 was well written. It wasn't, objectively. So it doesn't really matter.
Agreed.
You could literally write anything else, and it's either going to be on par or better than 139.
Agreed. And I agree with every point he just made. That's exactly it. Because you're saying you think that the only way the Titan... So you're telling me the only way the Titan curse could have been lifted is once Ymir was like, oh shit, she kissed Eren. All right, I'm good. Like, that's it? So you mean to tell me that was it? Oh, damn, she kissed Eren. So she was able to do... Okay, so... huzzah! I can do it too. Thanks, Mikasa. You're all free. Huh? That is literally how the Titan curse just got it's done. It's because she just willed it to be so. She saw them kissing and smiled and said, boing, Titan curse lifted. Come on, dude. like come on. Irrelevant. And again, the way that I said it, yes, was in a comical version and a comical tone. However, that was exactly what happened. This man, y'all, that whole little scene that's right there, this scene here, literally shits on this scene. This was one of the greatest scenes ever written in fiction, in my opinion. One of the greatest scenes ever written in fiction, in manga. And he literally shit on this to do this. She's good to just say, oh, okay. Oh, I see she's kissing him. He's dead. His eyes closed. She kissed him. All right, we good. Sorry, y'all. Sorry for all that. Sorry. I apologize. Come on, man. Like, let's be smart about this. That was dumb. This is dumb. This was amazing. This is dumb. Because as I've always said, after this moment, she shouldn't even existed anymore. Ymir should have been fizzled away into dust. Poof. She's done. Because he freed her there. That was the point of this. To free her. To show her that you can make the choice. You don't have to be enslaved. You don't have to be worshipped as a god. You don't have to do any of this stuff. Because here's the thing, like she said, like Saint said, he was the will of the king because he's the one with the royal blood. And the simple fact that she was able to resist him shows that she broke it already. I know it doesn't make sense to you ending defenders because y'all want to be like Isayama, just do this and bring shit, like you said, just write it out your ass and just say, oh, well just take it out my ass. This is why it's not going to work. That's what I'm saying. This was so well written here. He was the embodiment of the will of the king based on his royal blood. She was able to resist his commands based on Eren, on sheer will alone, showing her that she is more than what she is. She can make the choice. Give me the burden of that. Give me this, and I'm going to change it, and I'm going to destroy this world. Whether he meant destroy that world, the past world, or the real world, it didn't matter. Great quote. Great writing. This? Terrible.
So the next one, I think this is the last one. Yeah. Overall, terrible character conclusion for almost everybody. Zeke would also have a terrible conclusion since he would be the only key for the rumbling and serve no use in the story anymore, unlike the incredible character conclusion we got in 137. Oh, God. Anyways, how does he know that it would be a terrible character conclusion for almost everybody? I mean, I think it would be great for Eren. I think Eren having that feeling of regret and you know, a bittersweetness that he had to kill his lifelong friends, maybe have a couple flashbacks of them, the flashback when they first went to the beach or something like that. You know, I think things like that would be great. Imagine the entire walk Eren has back to Historia. You just see like flashbacks of when he first met Armin, when he first met Mikasa, you know, all the adventures they had together and the fact that he had to kill them in order to, you know, save everyone else. I think that would be a great character conclusion. I probably would have cried. And then you go to Armin and Eren having their final talk, unable to come to terms with one another, but Armin ultimately respecting Eren's decision. Mikasa, asking him did she always hate him, and he says he didn't, but he had to do what he had to do. And Mikasa saying she always loved him. All this stuff is theoretical.
Yeah,
there could be great character conclusions in this type of thing. It's not like these guys are just gonna get stomped out on the ground and you don't see anything else and that's it. They're gonna obviously have final moments that would still play into the part. No one's saying it has to be they just die and that's it.
Exactly.
You can make it climactic. You can make it fun. You can make it a back and forth between Eren and Armin, seeing who wins. Eren and the guys who are fighting Eren, seeing who wins, going back and forth, seeing who gets the upper hand and having dialogues instead of having Eren asleep. That would be pretty cool. Like who the fuck wants to just watch a guy be asleep? Let's talk. Let's this is the final battle of the series, my guy. It's kind of stupid for you to be asleep right now.
Right.
But yeah, aside from that, and then Zeke's character conclusion. Zeke's character conclusion was dog shit in 137. It was horrible. It was the worst character conclusion. I'd argue the worst character conclusion of everyone in the story except for Eren. It's terrible. It makes no sense. It makes no sense for him. It diminishes him to be basically just an idiot. Like his whole entire life is basically, you can just change the words in that panel that he's shown here and just say like, yeah, I guess I'm stupid as fuck and I'm dumb as hell and that's it. And I'm glad Armin showed me that leaf. Now I realize I'm not so fucking stupid. All right, go ahead and kill me, Levi. Like it's just dumb. Bro. It's just dumb as hell. And then Levi acts as if he has some type of emotional connection to killing Zeke. Like that's all his character is worth now, is killing Zeke.
That was it.
What?
That was it.
Anyways, all of these points are terrible. They just assume that like the last two just assume that they can't be written away. Like the Titan curse wouldn't still exist. It acts like there can't be a new way to remove it. Everyone have terrible character conclusion. That's just a lie. There's literally no way he would know that because he hasn't seen what would have happened.
Right.
Eren and Historia ship, they always being friends. Doesn't matter. They could have had a baby while being friends. And Eren incoherent and out of character actions is not true in neither the ending.
I'm not. There's Sasha right there. She did.
That would be theorized, nor the canon ending. And the Civil War is also active in the actual ending as well. So basically everything he said was nonsense.
Was.
Yeah.
I agree.
Pretty much. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just too easy to defend to argue against people who defend the ending or try to justify things that are in the ending because they are all rooted in illogical, terrible writing. Yeah. And I just don't understand.
I agree.
They can't defend these things that I've stated. They can't defend them. So what they do is they attack anyone who tries to change it into something else.
Right.
And it's kind of sad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm going to release a video. It's my destiny, my goal, my lifelong mission. I will shit on Attack on Titan from the beginning to the end. It will be a well-written, well-concised, well-edited video over an hour long of me destroying the story and what it became post-time skip. And yes, a lot of Attack on Titan is bad post-time skip, and if you compare it to pre-time skip, which is what most people fell in love with, pre-time skip Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's where we're gonna go with it, man. And this is just a little taste of what I have to say. A lot of the things I'm gonna be saying in the video obviously are gonna be things you may have heard before if you're a fan of my channel. But it's going to be a lot more concise. All the arguments will be there. So whenever you see someone who's like, well, what the fuck? Why do people hate this ending so much? You can show them this video, and if they have the time to watch it, then they can go through and say, hey, man, I mean, I'm going to be making some arguments that are just you cannot deny.
Yeah.
You cannot deny.
Yeah,
and that's just it, man. It's an objectively poorly written ending. There's nothing you can say about it. Mm-hmm. It's nothing. It's no argument. It's no defense. And that's it, bro. The only defense is that Isayama tried his best. That's about all I can give you. And trying your best means nothing. It means nothing because at the end of the day, the product is what we got.
Yep.
And people trying to pretend like it's some kind of masterpiece, some kind of well-written like thing that a lot of writers should strive for. And
not even close.
The only thing people talk about to this day about Attack on Titan is whether or not the ending was good or not.
That's it.
That's how you know that shit is trash.
That was the video, guys. I definitely enjoyed it. I knew he was gonna go in on it, and I knew he was gonna make valid points because, as he said towards the end of the video, when it comes to a lot of you guys who try to defend the ending and try to do this and try to make points, y'all can't do it. You can't defend it. It's literally so easy to break down the video or break down the ending and say this was bad, this was bad, this was bad. I mean, it's so easy to do it. And all the points that you guys try to make, or you try, you know what I'm saying, you like he said, like you do like Isayama, you try your best to do, can always be refuted. Always. And I knew that was going to happen going into it. Like I said, I knew that was going to happen going into it. I went into it with an open mind. But again, your points, dumb. All points were dumb. All points were easily refuted by Saint. Easily. And I agree. I agree with them. All points, easily defendable. Easily broken. Because it doesn't make sense. You guys don't really make sense in your arguments. You just say a bunch of shit and you really don't know what the fuck you're saying. You really don't. You have no clue of what you're saying. You're just saying stuff because it sounds good. You're saying stuff because you heard a group of persons say it here. Then you heard another group say that here. Then you heard another group say that here. And you're like, oh, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying? You're just going along with it because you guys can't accept. As again, that's my running theory. And I'll say it every AOT video I do. My running theory is, as I said, you guys just can't accept an L. You guys cannot accept a loss and just chalk it up to say, damn, you know what? That jump wasn't that great. That shit was not that great, man. It really wasn't. You guys just can't say that. You guys have no accountability in the form of acceptance in your body. That bone doesn't even exist. Because you guys try so hard to defend something that clearly was not good. Clearly was not good at all. Not even close to being good, the ending. You know what I'm saying? So, again, another good one from Saint. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was awesome. His points were valid. The points that he made were valid. He tore into those little points that they tried to tweet about. Those points that they tweet about, trash, garbage, irrelevant, dumbass points. So, again, like I said, we knew this was going to happen. But, guys, there's going to be more videos to come. There's going to be more things to come. Again, we're ramping up. AOT is going to be coming back in March as far as the anime goes. And we're going to start talking about that. Because I already know what's going to be big in contention is going to be AOE. That's going to be big in contention when the new season drops. So, I've been getting a lot of requests to watch this certain AOE defender. The name slips my mind right now, but I will be putting that video out there. I will go ahead and react to that. Don't act like I haven't seen your comments, guys. I've just been hella busy. I try to respond to every comment that I possibly can, but I did see you guys' comments, so thank you for that. But I will go ahead and react to that and see what's going on. Because again, even though AOE, I'll say with AOE, I'm still on the fence. I'm up there. I wanted to be there. But then my problem is, it's like I know how people are and I know how things go. And I think the biggest part of me and the biggest component is that I don't want to hype myself up for it only to be disappointed, right? I'd rather accept what is being said and accept as what is being presented to me, take the information in and say, it's possible. But I'm more of the I'll wait until I see it type guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to for sure say that it's going to be, even though there are valid points. You know what I'm saying? Brown's Magic made a whole video about it. Everybody made all these videos that are pointing to these key points, different elements, the song titles, the song choices, all of that stuff. They went into grave detail about it. And I can't deny or refute any of that because it's there. Those elements that they're pointing to that lead them to believe AOE is there. I can't say that they're not. But for me, I think it's one of those things to where I don't want to hype myself up to be disappointed. I think I don't want to feel the way that I felt again when I read the ending of the manga, right? Because the manga was just, it was a lot, and it meant a lot to a lot of people in terms of just story and what it did for folks in terms of like in enthralling and introducing that world to them. And it was just a great story overall. And only for the ending to be what it was, I was highly disappointed. And I don't want to feel that disappointment again. So that's why I'm reserving my thoughts on AOE. It's possible to happen, but I'll believe it when I see it, right? But I will, like I said, that was more long-winded than need be. But I will be reacting to those videos, so I appreciate that. And yeah, that's it. That was it on that. So again, you guys have a great one. Always remember, guys, to like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification bell as always. And you guys have a great fucking day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.